Hello and welcome again to Andertons TV out at the NAMM show 2018. I hope you're bearing with me. I hope that it's coming out all right. We're here in the Korg USA booth, which is very plush. It's got an incredible carpet. Whoever chose it deserve a promotion. We're here with the STVC. Now, this is brand new from Waldorf, and it's based on their Streicheffekt module. And apparently, there's expanded vocoder features and things like, well, obviously we've got a keyboard attached to it now with aftertouch and whatnot. What we're going to try to do is I'm going to put the mic down, plug it in, listen to some of the presets, have a little fiddle, and hopefully we'll find a guy that knows a little bit more about this. There's often some knowledgeable chaps around, but yeah, shut up, Jack, play the thing. Hopefully this gets cut in, because I was lucky enough to meet Bubba, right, my man. He came over and saw how kind of hopeless we were and said that you might be able to tell us a little bit more about this bad boy.
Yeah, I can tell you all kinds of stuff about it. So this is the brand new, first shown at NAMM, Waldorf STVC. So the STVC is an extension of the existing Waldorf Streicheffekt, which is a emulation of the string synthesizers of yore. But this one steps up the game significantly by including a Fatar keybed, which feels just amazing.
Yeah, the aftertouch on it, I just felt that.
God.
I felt it in my plums.
Yes, it's so good.
With a bluish hue.
Yes, and but we've also got a vocoder. And so the vocoder is really, really awesome. The vocoder has informant freezing, so you can actually just kind of burp into the vocoder with some crazy sound, and then you can play back pitched burps, or whatever it is you want to do.
That's exactly what I want to do now. Yeah. And I implore everyone to go do it.
So we've got that. We've got a lot of the things that people will recognize from the Streicheffekt if they've got a Streicheffekt. Still got attack release envelopes on both sides, on the solo side and on the string side. There's a new mono synth mode that's being added onto the solo synth section. Big new thing on this one is we've got our little OLED screen, and on that screen you've got access to different banks of programs and presets that you've stored, but you've also got access to things through the tweak function, things like applying aftertouch and routing modulation and routing some other stuff that would be a lot harder to do.
Oh, I can see it. Yep, the screen, despite it being quite small, that OLED thing, you can just cram so much stuff in it, can't you? Yeah, you see we've got the banks, and then we've got those, they're small, but very clear, you know?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and I really like how they did that. I think they did a really good job of making things that are really useful to people who are taking the time to really make a detailed, finely crafted sound. They've really made that stuff accessible without giving you a synthesizer with 8 billion knobs and 4 million menus. And the other new thing on this, other than the vocoder, is we have a slightly expanded effects section. So there's different kinds of effects now, and you've got the ability to control them a little bit more finitely than they were able to do on the old Streicheffekt, which was just a single knob and it switched over from however it did.
Wicked.
But yeah, that's long and short.
I just wanted to ask, because at first, what I love is what you said, it's a lot deeper than you'd probably look at. What kind of guy do you think this suits, or like what would you use it for? You got an arsenal of synths, strings and atmospheric stuff, or?
Well, so I'm a little biased because I grew up loving krautrock, and so this is the krautrock machine.
Yeah.
But it's a really great synth for not just for people who are doing like weird abstract spacey synth music. It's great for that, But it actually, I think, if you look back at string synths throughout history, they were mostly there because people couldn't afford to bring string sections out.
Yeah.
And I think that this keyboard really fills out a rig that has something like maybe the Korg Vox Continental or some other keyboards that are kind of all-in-one that have maybe some really
made by Korg.
Yes. There are no other companies.
No, I didn't know of any. No.
Maybe Waldorf. But it gives you kind of the rest of these synth sounds, really great for the authentic disco sound, because a lot of the disco records would layer in a string
Very
synth.
lush from the few we played there. That'd be great, man. Thanks so much for taking the time, mate.
Yes, thank
and
you.
And hopefully I can commandeer you to maybe look at some other stuff.
Oh yeah, you can.
All right, thanks, man. Cheers, peace.